Yes, hello everyone. Peace. It's your man, Dr. Hawkins. Hip hop therapeutics and, of course, higher sciences. Now, I know that there's been a lot of buzz created around my recent statements on Facebook and other places regarding some of the snow samples that we've tested recently. And I want to say to you that nothing that I have said was exaggerated or extrapolated in any way whatsoever. Now, there's a lot of information that has been withheld from the general public. And to be very honest with you, what we found so far is so bizarre that we are making up our own terminology for some of the synthetic parasites that we found as we tested the samples. So, what I will say is this. I think the best thing that we could do is to form a citizens weather engineering institution or organization. Not just a watchdog organization for HARP and other scalar engineering technologies, which I don't knock that. But I think it's time that we go several steps beyond that now, because we actually have the capability. So I think it beats sitting around doing nothing and spitboxing and talking about what's possible, what's not possible, and never actually conducting any experiments. You know, not seeing things for yourself. We've actually seen for ourselves. And it's a hell of a lot easier than you may think to engineer the weather. Now, you got big devices like HARP and things of this nature that move around the jet stream and other aspects of our atmosphere. But there are things that we can do as citizens to actually, let's just say, make our presence felt. Because the problem with physics, as I see it, is that it has gotten so far out of the public's sector, so far out of the public's domain and watchful eye, that now, I mean, hell, they can just do whatever the hell they want. They don't have to share the information with you. You know, you go through 4 years of college and you still haven't learned jack. Because the real physics, they don't teach you. They don't teach it. So, you know, you got to learn it from somewhere. We will actually be holding classes next month. And some of you know that I'm speaking at the Museum of Natural Science for 2 days, and I'm educating scientists, researchers, and the general public about these technologies, where their origins were, how they were hijacked, and how they're being used now. And the information will amaze you, to say the least. So here we have a situation where the public can be well informed and equipped in such a manner that we can actually make a difference. Because, make no mistake about it, there is a silent war being fought. But it's an asymmetrical war, not a symmetrical one. It's asymmetrical. What you see with the police brutality and all that stuff, that's the symmetrical side of it, sure, you know, but that's just a smoke screen. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's the truth. It's a smoke screen, y'all. Is it a problem? Yeah. You're damn right. You think I like getting harassed by them? you know. But like I said, if we were to organize and really get the knowledge, we could change things. We don't have to wait for them to show us this, or get on television and lie to us, or, you know, write lies in their books, and oh, conspiracy theory this, and oh, that's not possible, and we never did that. No, we're going to see for ourselves. Why not give public demonstrations? You see, none of these mainstream physicists are calling me out. You see, none of them saying, well, hey, you know what, this guy's a quack. I'm gonna call him out publicly and debate him. You see, they haven't done that because they know. I wish they would debate me publicly. Oh man, boy, I would love that so much. I would. But I know it's not going to happen. Now, here's the thing though. Maybe I should call them out again. Because as far as I'm concerned, the debate doesn't have to be a bunch of damn talk. I think we should do live demonstrations in front of the public, like they used to back in Tesla's day, in Edison's day. Tesla and Edison went head to head in the public, not behind closed doors, and wrote papers and then told you later, oh no, this didn't happen, or this happened, or oh no, we'd never do that. No, they battled in public like we do in hip hop, right? We have our MC battles, we have our break dance battles. We battle you in public. I'm not sitting in my crib, breaking and battling you while you're in your crib and nobody sees nothing, right? We battle in public. That's the way we need to take the sciences, in public. They say that weather modification is not possible. Guess what? Guess what? What do you think will happen if I bring a device like this and I prove that they're full of shit publicly? What do you think's going to happen then? When we can build devices, like 5-6 foot tall devices, and even smaller, to actually engineer weather in your environment. What are they going to say then? They're going to call me a liar in front of all of you when you are actually seeing the shit? It's not theoretical. It's not a bunch of hocus pocus. It's not, oh, he's just saying this, he's a conspiracy. No, it's none of that, because now you can't defame me, because we're battling in front of the people. It's just kind of like if you got two boxers, if you're fighting Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson knocks you out in front of everybody, you can't come later to the same crowd of people and say, man, I whipped his ass, man. I tore his ass. I bet you he never messed with me again, dog. I showed him something, boo. Yeah, okay. Nobody's going to believe that stuff, man. That's why they don't do public demonstrations anymore in physics. Not the real demonstrations with interferometry, or the new biophysics, the new biology. Man, they don't demonstrate none of that stuff in public. They won't even talk to you about tetrahedral physics. Yeah. They won't tell you about none of that stuff. They'd rather sit back, act like armchair philosophers, because they know that you're going to bite whatever they do, and then you're going to become an armchair philosopher that sits back and just talks and this and that, and you've never once experimented with shit. You've never experimented with any cloud seeding technology. You've never once built an interferometer. You don't know who Whitaker is, and you damn sure never built his detectors, or even paid someone to build one for you. They know all that, so they could just say, well, look, let me put it in perspective. If we're playing a game of chess right now, and I see that you don't even know how to move your pawns, I'm going to obliterate you like that. You won't, once I see that you have no clue, if I know you can't move your pawns, then I know that you can't move your bishop. I know you don't know the power of your queen or even your rook. And I'm going to destroy you with just one night. I'm going to practice on you, man, and destroy you with one damn night. So, in physics, this is exactly what's happening. They know that the people are so far behind and don't get it that they can experiment and nothing's going to happen. Sure, you'll notice adverse effects, but what are you going to do about it? Because you're not organized. You know, there's an old saying that the people are 100 years behind the physicist, but the physicists are 1,000 years behind the metaphysician. The people are 100 years behind the physicist, but the physicists are 1,000 years behind the metaphysician. That's no longer true. I would venture to say it's more even now. I'd say that, I'd say that the general public, man, it's still an understatement. Even if I said the general public were 1,000 years behind the physicists, which I think is the case. I think the general public is literally 1,000 years behind the physicists. But the physicists, they've caught up with us in many respects. But in many respects, they are so damn blind, and they are still a couple thousand years behind us in terms of understanding the different types of subtle energy. But mainstream physics has confirmed many things that metaphysicians have been saying for thousands of years. Albeit grudgingly, they've admitted it, especially in quantum mechanics. You don't even want me to go there with quantum mechanics, I promise you. So I won't. Not now. By the way, next month I'm having a class for those that can't attend the lecture in April. And I will basically give you the meat and potatoes of the science. I'll give you all the meat and potatoes. So you can actually see what's going on. And I won't just sit there and talk to you, but I will show you the actual sciences. I will show you documentation. I will show you not only military documents, but corporate documents who contracted with the military to weaponize systems like this. You don't hear me. Right? So there's a lot that the people have not been told about these technologies. There's a lot that you haven't been told. But I guarantee you, all you have to do is get the information. Once you get the information, the rest is history. Let me see if you can see that. Okay? Trust me. If you only knew, well, I'll give you a bit of information. The same devices that they use to control the weather can be used for mind control. And it is being used for mind control. And those same devices are being used to transmit diseases, virtual diseases, through the air, superimposed on top of radio waves and microwaves. Yes, they can do that now. They've been doing it for 50 years, man. Of course, America was way behind because they were too busy trying to suppress the technology. You know, when Big Pharma was in its infancy, they didn't want competition. You know, so they were trying to stamp out the technology, and then the technology got hijacked. But I'll explain all that during the class. But anyway, man, the rabbit hole gets deep. Let's form our citizens' weather engineering agencies and committees, and let's really network. And then once it's proven to the public that this is reality, then we can hold those accountable that are misusing these technologies in these different asymmetrical wars. That's my position. But anyway, man, I'm out. One love, y'all. Peace.